Good evening. You're welcome to another edition of Import Export Platform Facebook Live from 3 Best Trade Academy. My name is Dele Ayemibo, and we continue our conversation on Nigerian state of billionaires in dollars. And this evening I'll be looking at Taraba State. Taraba is another very large state in Nigeria, very large landmass actually, very large landmass. Pretty much close to Niger State, but this landmass is amazing. I'm just wondering, it's actually over 2 million hectares of land. Over 2 million hectares of land. And the product we are looking at is sesame seed for Taraba State. Taraba State is a very interesting state. It's a very interesting state because it's not too far from Benue. And what's interesting to me about Taraba is the fact that it's just like Benue. The land is very fertile. Very fertile. Let me see what they call themselves. Nature's gift to nation. Wow. Indeed, I love that name. Just the way Benue called itself food basket of the nation, they call themselves nature's gift to nation. Indeed, a gift to Nigeria. Even though they've had a lot of challenges because of their location and so many political issues. But sincerely, when you think of some state in Nigeria, I cannot just but comment about how much opportunity we have living in the midst of the plenty, but unfortunately suffering right in the midst of that plenty. Suffering right in the midst of the plenty. Like I often say, Nigerian state are billionaires in dollars. Nigerian state has everything needed to survive, but alas, Nigerian state has been unable to survive. Nigerian state are billionaires in dollars. As a matter of fact, Taraba state is billionaires in dollars. As a matter of fact, Taraba state is billionaires in dollars. Taraba state has everything it needs to survive. But you know what? Taraba state also is in debt. Taraba State has not been able to leverage all the opportunity it has. When I look at a state like Taraba, a state like Benue, states that it's been said that there's some land in that state that since creation nothing has been planted, as in it's not been cultivated. The plant there are lush green, like someone described it. Lush green, as in enjoying the fertile land. Olumide Ogunleye, ironical Nigeria. It's most unfortunate, really. It's much unfortunate that you have so much resources and suffering in the midst of plenty. It's really unexplainable. As in, sometimes you begin to wonder, what's really the problem? People have attributed to different things. I choose to attribute to leadership, actually. In the Yoruba land, there is this adage that said that fish get decay from the head. Fish get decay from the head. Taraba State last year generated 53 billion. Not so in debt, about 70-80 billion naira in debt. But again, 53 billion. Now, what's painful to me about Taraba is that Taraba barely generated 10% of that from Taraba State. Taraba earned 53 billion naira, but barely 10% was generated from Taraba State. That means Taraba is among the states in Nigeria that if nothing comes from Abuja, the state will be grounded. Taraba is another state in Nigeria that if nothing comes from Abuja, the state will be grounded. And let's see what the 146 billion is going to spend times 3. The budget is times 3 of last year income. I've said this severally. A state governor that is spending more than 150% of what he earned last year. I don't understand the rationale behind it. I can't get it. I feel there should be some level of fiscal responsibility such that the money being made, our target should increase it. And in increasing revenue, not going after the state people to look for people that have not paid. Sometimes you gotta be wondering if when state is thinking of increasing income, the only thing that comes to mind is tax. What if there was a recession in your state, or a recession in Nigeria, or oil price drop, and then we are unable to generate as much in terms of income from oil? What will you do? Because most of those states are largely civil servant states. Very few people producing stuff there. Then you want to depend only depend only on taxes. I have called taxes side hustle. It's a legitimate right to collect taxes. I also have to pay tax in Lagos. But if that's all the state depend on, taxes from different services rendered, at the level of development we are, we need more money to be spent in developing, in creating jobs for us to jumpstart this economy. We can't be growing at 2% when bigger economy like India is growing at more than 6%. China also, bigger economy. We, small economy. So we need to contribute serious activity that will ensure that there is more money spent to be able to increase the gross domestic product of the country. Remember, Nigerian state are billionaires in dollars. As a matter of fact, Plateau State is billionaires in dollars. Plateau State has everything need to survive. Alas, Plateau State? Oh, sorry, Taraba State. Taraba State is billionaires in dollars. Taraba State has everything to survive, but alas, Taraba State has not been able to survive. 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 Taraba State is in debt. Taraba State can barely generate 5 billion out of the 50-something billion it earns every year. What does Taraba State have to offer? Can we check it out? Mineral, raw material in Taraba, graphite, feldspar, iron, muscovite, quartz, tourmaline, sapphire, zircon, tantalite, columbite, cassiterite, barite, galena, gypsum, limestone, bauxite, magnetite, pyrite, salt, lead, and zinc ore. All in Taraba State alone. Look at agric in Taraba. Sorghum, maize, millet, rice, wheat, groundnut, yam, cowpea, soybeans, babra nut, benny seed, that's sesame seed, cotton, and that's our focus today, sesame seed, cotton, cassava, sweet potato, cocoyam, vegetable, banana, plantain, citrus, sugarcane, sorrel, that's hibiscus, tobacco, livestock, pineapple, date palm, sunflower, Irish potato, pear. See the quantum of product that can grow in Taraba State. Question: why is Taraba State in debt of over 50 billion? What is the money being used for? Why is the state not taking advantage of the opportunity it has? Why? 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 Nigerian state are billionaires in dollars. Nigerian state has everything it needs to survive. But Nigerian state has not been able to survive.
Why? Why?
Nigerian state are billionaires in dollars. Taraba state is billionaire in dollars. Taraba state has everything to survive. But Taraba state has not been able to survive. Architect Darius Ishaku. Can someone share this with architect Darius Ishaku? Calling it attention to the fact that he has a lot of work to do in that state to harness the potential.
Why?
To harness the potential of the state. To harness the potential of the state. And ensure that the state generates enough income to pay its bills. The state generates enough income to pay its bills. Nigerian state are billionaires in dollars. Nigerian state has everything to survive. But Nigerian state has not been able to survive. And Taraba is not left out in this. So let's analyze Sesame Seed in Taraba State. Remember, Taraba State has 2 million hectares of land. Out of that, if Taraba used just 25% to cultivate sesame seed at a yield of 1.5 metric ton per hectare, it can reap 784,000 metric tons at an FOB price of $1,000. It can generate $784 million, which when converted to Naira 360 is about 282 billion Naira. If the cost of farming is 60,000, like some research has shown us, with a profit of 50% on the part of the farmers, we can cultivate the 522,000 hectares at the rate of 40.79 billion. If the cost of exporting, which is about 50,000 per metric ton, is multiplied by the total number of metric ton, it will give us $39 billion. 39 plus 40.7, that comes to about $80 billion. $80 billion minus 282, we have 202 billion. Over 200 billion Naira can be generated from only export. Of sesame seed in Nigeria, and that is just on 25% of the landmass. Nigerian state are billionaires in dollars. Nigerian state has everything it needs to survive. Taraba state has all it needs to survive. I'll keep appealing to our governors, commissioners, deputy governors, House of Assembly member, to please do something about this. The incident that happened last week in Nigeria, cause for concern. I don't know how true it is, but I know we're going to have issue with traveling to the US. I'm hearing some rumor already. You know, I look at these incidents from export and trade perspective. Many Nigerians are going to have their destiny, their progress, their admissions, business opportunity, job opportunity destroyed because they will be denied visa from going to the US on flimsy ground. If in one country alone you have 77 people defrauding people in another country, and you need to see the video on social media of how they were wasting money, there are many who will still want to go. The billions people have hit it, they also want to hit it. And they will still want to go, in spite of what has happened. Why? There's nothing they are doing locally. There are no jobs. Nothing to do. And that's the problem. A big problem, in my opinion. And that's why I'm pleading with our governors, because I'll be rounding up this program in another by Tuesday max. I'll be rounding up this program, starting a new edition. But I'm pleading with our governors. I'm begging them in the name of God. Can you please consider my proposal on export-driven income generation and job creation in Nigeria? Can you please consider it? Can you please consider a model that will help you engage your youth? Can you please consider it? A model that make you engage your youth in a profitable venture that will not just be a side hustle because it will make them rich and they will pay tax to the government, but it will also enable the state to be rich. Nigerian states are billionaires in dollars. I have no doubt in my mind on this. Nigerian state has everything to survive. I have no doubt in my mind on this. But Nigerian state has not been able to survive simply because Nigerian states are not doing what they need to do to grow the economy. Nigerian states are billionaires in dollars. No doubt about it. Nigerian states are billionaires in dollars. No doubt about it. Is it the land that can be used to cultivate or build factory? Because land and labor are all part of factor of production. And we are saying let the state produce for export. Let the state look for the entrepreneur. So we have the land, labor, capital, and entrepreneur, which are factor of production. Let the people produce for the government. Let the government give them assurance of a market for whatever they produce, so people can produce en masse under supervision. Things are getting worse. People are angry. Threat here and there on the leadership. And I think the leadership should have a think. What are you doing, not doing right, that you can work on? We are all work in progress. You are just starting your second term, both at the federal and state. Let's do something about engaging the youth in a profitable venture and using what they produce and selling what they produce in export project. Nigerian state are billionaires in dollars. Nigerian state has everything need to survive. But alas, Nigerian state has not been able to survive. Nigerian state are billionaires in dollars. I have no doubt in my mind on this. The only challenge I have is why the government of different states in Nigeria are not thinking in this direction to be able to maximize the resources of their state. Bring in expatriates to tap into your solid minerals. Train your people to farm the product to meet the standard desirable for export, and then set up offices abroad where you have partners willing and ready to buy at all times from you. Nigerian state are billionaires in dollars. Nigerian state has everything need to survive. But we are waiting for the government to be able to do it. There's a limit to what individual. Sometimes you say, we can't keep waiting for the government. We need to do it ourselves. There's a limit to what you can do. There's a limit. Because government have the cash. Government can buy large volume. Government can sell large volume. And that will have a very major ripple effect on the state. Set up a cooperative in every local government. Give them seedling. Give them farming people. Give them all they need. Get them to begin to produce. And then it becomes easier for the state to export that item in order to generate effects. Let's look at some other products that Taraba State really can help us, can export. Number one is sesame seed. That's the one we just looked at. Where is the market? Sesame seed is $2.2 billion market. Where is the market? China, Japan, Turkey, South Korea, Vietnam, Israel. In Africa, Egypt. In America, United States. In Europe, Germany, Russia, France. Nigerian states are billionaires in dollars. Another product is sorghum. Sorghum, the market is 1.44 billion, and the largest buyer is China. Just the way China buy cassava, buy soya beans. Who are the buyer? Apart from China, we have Japan, we have Kenya, we have Mexico, we have United States, we have Spain. But in Africa alone, there is a market of $162 million. $162 million in Africa alone. Before I round off, let's look at another product. And this product is called raw sugar. Raw sugar trade. Sugar cane rather. Sorry. I want to be sure I'm not just picking, sugar cane. I need to ensure it's sugar cane, not just raw sugar. Sugar cane. Why that is coming up, I can check up other ones. Granite, $2.89 billion. $2.89 billion. Where can Taraba export it to? Netherlands, Russia, United Kingdom, Germany, Italy, Indonesia, Vietnam, China, Mexico, Canada, Algeria. Now, one of the major challenges with granite, is the issue of aflatoxin. And nowadays, there are technology to reduce significantly aflatoxin. So I would strongly recommend. That the state train its people and make facility available where they can easily dry this granite and remove the tendency for it to develop aflatoxin, so that at the end of the day it become a lot easier to sell. Who are they selling to? Granite, Netherlands, UK, Germany, Italy, Russia, Spain. That's in Europe. In Asia, Thailand, Philippines, Pakistan, Iran, Indonesia, China, Vietnam, Japan, Malaysia. And then Mexico, Canada, Algeria, South Africa are also buyers of this product. And the volume is $2.89 billion. $2.89 billion. The next one is the sugarcane we jumped earlier, which is $15.5 billion. Who are those buying this sugarcane? Indonesia, India, Bangladesh, Malaysia, South Korea, China, Iraq, UAE, Japan, Iran, Algeria, Dubai, Nigeria, Morocco, Kenya, Tunisia, United States. These are all major markets, including Africa. Major market for sugarcane. And lastly, before I go tonight, is banana. All found in Taraba. And that is 13.7 billion. Germany, Netherlands, France, Italy, Russia, Belgium, United Kingdom, France, then United States, Japan, China and Canada are all major buyer of this product. And I have said that we need to engage the energy of the youth. When I look at what youth do online, sincerely, recently we came up with a program, we call it Certificate International Trade Broker. And it was a fallout of this issue. That can we partner with NGOs? We are currently looking for NGOs that we can partner with, who can sponsor, because this comes from the American Institute of Extended Study, sponsor some group of Nigerians to be able to train them in how to positively deploy internet for the growth of international trade. How to positively deploy the internet for the growth of international trade. And that is possible. That's an option. It's still an internet business. But I'm now a broker online looking for buyers, proving to people why they must buy from us. Why they must buy from us and getting buyer. Yes, and Chijioke Adebale, I'm very much in support of that. I also want them to export it in refined state. But the challenge I'm having is, they don't even have money now. Let them start the raw. I'm not in support of raw. But they are not even doing it at all. Since they are not doing it at all, can they even do, if they do raw and make some money from it, maybe that will make them to begin to add value. Because if you do raw and you make money, you now imagine how much you will make when you add value, and that will create more job for their people. So they need to add value to it. But let them even start by doing the raw and see how viable it is. Which is why I said, let's start with the raw. Of course, I am not a fan of raw material at all. I hate raw material with passion because it makes us to exploit job and import poverty. But let's even start. I am seeing that's a test case for these people to spend some money. Spend some money. Spend some money to do it. Kokonomi. Spend some money to do it because it's so important. For sincerely, our raw material export is not best for us. It's not good for us. But I'm just talking about these governors. They will be telling you of the cost. I'm looking at what is the simplest way they can get into it and see the potential so that they can then go and raise money and begin to add value. That's my proposal because I believe they have to start crawling before they start running, since they are not even doing it right now. Thank you very much for listening again today. My name is Dela Imba, and this is Import Export Plan Facebook Live from Tilbury Academy. See you tomorrow morning as I continue. I jumped one of the states, and I will be doing that tomorrow. I think I jumped Sokoto State. So tomorrow I will do Yobe, then Sokoto, and then probably Zamfara on Tuesday, and round off probably with Lagos on Tuesday evening. But I didn't talk much about Lagos because I just feel Lagos, what Lagos needs to do is to partner. Lake Rice idea that Ambote did is the way to go. Partner, fund, and export this item. You'll be creating job in other states, but you're making money for your state. Thank you very much for listening. See you tomorrow, and bye for now.